Jimmy Kemp, it's a pleasure to have you.
Let me stop you there, Ben. It's the Boulder, and it's a pleasure to meet you as well.
My apologies. Boulder.
The, the Boulder.
My fault. The Boulder. You're a roller in the National Hill Roller League of America, a sport many are unfamiliar with. Could you tell us a little bit about that sport?
John, absolutely.
Actually, it's Logan.
My apologies. I meet a lot of people in my travels. I'm a bit of a vagabond, if you will, a rolling stone, because the Boulder. I meet a lot of people and I forget names, so you'll have to excuse me if I become befuddled. That's a thesaurus word. So this morning, Logan, it was again a pleasure, and let me tell you a little bit about the sport.
That would be great.
So, hill rolling. It's not just a childish game. It is a full contact, hardcore sport. And the National Hill Rolling League of America is the pinnacle of the sport. And if you ask me, and you are, everyone is, it is the pinnacle of sport. Everywhere I go, people try to take away from the sport. Oh, it's just rolling down a hill, the Boulder. Anybody can do it. Not at the level I do it, bud. Not at the level I do it.
So to compete at that high of a level, you must train pretty hard. However, you don't look like the average athlete. How do you stay in shape?
Pete, let me tell you something. You see this physique? Sure. From the outside, I look like a slightly obese gentleman. I'm aware of the appearance. But what you don't see beneath this thin layer of foam is rock. Rock here, 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 rock everywhere. I train relentlessly. I am up and down the hills all week. I am back and forth, running, keeping my physique. Now, you may ask, why are you not more in shape? Well, Jim.
Again, it's Logan.
Well, Logan, I eat 10,000 calories a day. And the reason being is, have you heard of a little thing called gravity? Yeah, I figured you had. Gravity is the force that pulls things down, to put it simply. Well, gravity is the best friend of a hill roller. And what would affect gravity? What would turn me from a pebble to a boulder? Well, it's my physique. I am a bowling ball of destruction when I go down that hill. And it's because I'm not like those weak other men who are all muscle and care about their physical health. No. I care about winning. And that's why I put on the pounds, because gravity is my best friend.
I noticed you mentioned rolling up hills. Is that part of the sport?
Logan, y'all saw, I got it right there.
Sorry, I would ask that you don't look into the camera. Let's keep it a little natural.
My apologies. I got a lot of fans, and they like to be addressed. My fans, they call themselves the Holy Rollers. I don't know if I mentioned this yet, but I'm a bit of a religious man, Scientology, and they align with me. They cheer me on in the church and on the course. And it doesn't get any better than that. But to get back to what you were asking, rolling uphill. No, when you hear about hill rolling, everyone thinks you're just rolling down hills willy-nilly, like a little beetle who got on his back. Well, that's not the case. You also roll up hills. That's where the endurance comes in. That's why I run a half a mile a day. And so, rolling uphill is just a part of the sport is rolling down. And when you get to the top, there's no better feeling. And Jim, I've been to the top of a lot of things. Because I compete. Jim. But when you compete, you might get a little verklempt. Because it means everything. And that's what people don't understand. But I'm gonna make them understand.
Well, I'll give you this. You're quite passionate. And your passion speaks a lot about the sport. Any final words?
Yeah, I got some words. Simon, when I was a young boy, I was a heck of a football player. Went to University of Michigan for 3 years. Was an All-American. Nike tried to offer me a shoe deal under the table. But that's neither here nor there. It wasn't right. Football, it wasn't. It was too easy. So I quit. I quit playing sports and I got down on life. But then one day I was at my park. And I looked up and I saw a young man rolling down the hill. Thousands of fans around him cheering. I saw the perseverance, the tenacity. And that's when I knew I had found my calling. That's when I knew. Thank you, Steve.